Today we're going to look at a problem called valid anagram. So first of all, what is anagram? If two strings are anagram, if they have exactly the same character count as we can see here. So these two strings have exactly the same character count, so they are anagram. Let's take a look at another example. These two strings have one different character count. Red has R and cat has C, so they are not valid anagram. How we're going to solve this problem? We're going to use hash map to store the character count. The key will be unique character and the corresponding value will be the count of that character. As we can see here, the two hash maps are exactly the same, therefore these two strings are anagram and we return true. And for the second example, the hash map are different, so it's not valid anagram and we return false. Okay, now what is the time complexity for this solution? We're going to loop to each string, so the time complexity will be O of m plus n. And the space complexity will be the same as we're going to store each character count in hash map for respective strings. And now let's work through the code. First of all, if the given two strings have different length, they would never be anagram. So we're going to check that first. If length of s is not equal to length of t, that is the second string, then we're simply going to return false because we don't even need to count it. We already know that they are not anagram. And if they have the same length, then we need to count the character. So for that, we're going to implement a function called count character that will count the character and return the hash map. And we're going to compare the count of these two strings. So, and we're going to return the result of that comparison. Count of the second string, that is t, and we're simply going to return this one. If they have the same hash map, it will return true. It means they're anagram. And if they have different character count, then it will return different hash map. Yeah, we're going to define a function. And we're going to take a string as input. Here we're going to use hash map, so I'm going to define the hash map. I'll call it count. Then I'm going to loop to each character in the string. If the character does not exist in the count hash map, then I'm going to initialize the character in the count with 0. Then I'm going to increment the count. And simply going to return the hash map. That's all is the implementation. Now let's check if our implementation is correct. So our solution is accepted, so our implementation is correct.